Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom, Optimus Primal. Now you guys know I'm a huge Beast Wars fan. I have reviewed, I believe, all of the mainline versions of Optimus Primal on this channel. I hope I have. If I haven't, then I probably should at some point. I have them. Either way, I did review the Masterpiece one when it came out recently. This here, as I think most of you have probably gathered by now, this line is highly impressive for just being a standard run-of-the-mill release. Not expensive, relatively speaking. Really, really high-quality Transformers for most of the releases, Cheetor notwithstanding. Is this one of those good ones, or is it one of the ones like Cheetor? I'll give you a hint right now. It's pretty dang solid. There's a lot to talk about here though, so let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 15.5 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to, let's just say about 6 inches. And this line is largely in scale, which is a great thing. However, I haven't reviewed any of the other ones because I wanted to start with Optimus Primal here. Unfortunately, I don't have Dinobot yet, or I would have started with him. I do have other ones on deck. I have Cheetor, Rat Trap, the Bird, Airazor, and Megatron. They'll be here on the channel very soon, but this is Optimus. Want to start with him because it's the best Optimus there ever was. And before we get into the review, I need to do a question of the day. Very, very simple. Monkey or truck? Which one do you pick? For me, it's very clearly monkey. Truck is nice, monkey much better. Okay, so let's talk about the aesthetics on this guy. For a run-of-the-mill release, nothing special. It's not a masterpiece. It's not some special edition, nothing like that. This thing is pretty damn good. There's the glossy red paint throughout, very nice. The nice white paint, very clean. Plenty of detail in the chest piece, for instance. The face is very nicely painted, looks very good. Now, of course, we haven't seen Kingdom yet, so how accurate this will be to that version of Primal, we don't know. For instance, I'm pretty sure his feet should probably be silver rather than blue, but maybe not, we'll see. Still a very, very strong release. The sculpted fur is very nice throughout. It's not just flat, so that's cool. I really like that they added little details like the texture on the fingers. There's actually like a skin tone. Very nice. We have a pearly paint down here for his special place. All in all, it's a very, very clean release for not being anything special. Like, that is a better than average looking Transformer figure in terms of paint and sculpt work. I love the way it looks. Proportioning, it looks pretty good. We'll see how stocky he is in the final version, I guess. It's just not gonna be the same with the wrong voice actor. I guess we'll see how that goes. You guys can talk about that in the comment section below if you'd like. But yeah, it's a very, very nice release. Things to mention in the aesthetics section. I will say, like I said, the paints are good, the sculpts are good. I don't like how far out his chest plate is. There's too much gapping going on around there. It looks curvaceous. There's a little bit of a problem there. I do like that even though the elbows is still bent at the very front of the elbow, they left a little bit of meat in there, a little bit of blue plastic in there to make it look better, but he does still have that big, ugly elbow. I don't know why this company has not fixed that yet on any of the Optimus Primals. Just make it a better elbow. You can do it. Just bring the joint farther back, make it bigger, it'll look way better, but they haven't. But still, it's a strong looking release. These guys having to stick up like this when not in use, I don't remember that to be accurate. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to fold all the way back. I don't think they were always showing, but I know that might have just been a feature of the toy and I don't remember correctly. I could be wrong, but we'll see how it is on the final release. I do like that his weapons are painted, his swords are painted, and they do tab in back here, which is an accessory feature, I know, but it does affect the aesthetics, and that's a cool thing that they do tab in. Anything else I'll mention will not be part of the aesthetics, I guess. I'll leave it in the articulation. I'll leave the aesthetics at this. For the price point, it's really good. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. For a Transformers figure, this is a really, really nice looking release. Okay, and we're gonna go through the whole review in robot mode, and then at the end I'll show you beast mode. I don't think that many people care to have a gorilla on their shelf. It's nice that they do transform, I get that, but robot mode is pretty much where it's at. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the accessories. You already saw the swords, but he does have his 2 swords which do tab into his back. That's awesome. Then the only other accessory is this trading card, which maybe you guys can let me know. Are these just random pack-ins? Because I don't know, a couple of mine came with the Arc, which is really boring, but then Airazor came with Dinobot, which made me very happy. So I don't know, are they just random trading cards? Did I hit the jackpot with Dinobot? Am I going to be rich? Let me know in the comment section below. But as far as accessories go, for a Transformer, it's acceptable. I would have preferred a little bit more for Optimus, but we'll go 7 out of 10. The swords are enough, I guess. Okay, let's talk about articulation. Is this guy an action figure once he's transformed, or is he a Kibbly mess? Well, there's really no kibble to speak of. His back is here. It kind of looks like it could be a jetpack, even though as far as I know, I haven't transformed him yet. There's nothing to do with the jetpack back there, but that's okay. Still no kibble really, not surprising being he's a gorilla. But head does rotate side to side, so that's fine. It does look up, that's pretty good. Looking down, pretty limited. It tends to make it look like he's looking up, just a touch, but it's still pretty good, that's okay. Shoulders have your full rotation, of course. Is there any movement there? You get a little bit of a butterfly joint, which is a nice touch. I like that. And then of course you can raise the arm underneath the shoulder pad, all the way up to horizontal, that's fine. No real issues there. You do get a bicep swivel, which is good. We already talked about the elbow. It's ugly, but hyper functional. The wrists have a swivel, which is good. The fingers have a hinge, one giant hinge. We do have a bonus feature, which makes me so happy. You press down here, or you can just grab it with your hand, and you get his arm blasters, his little cannons pop up, which is, like I said, another really nice feature for this price point. You don't have to get those kind of things at this price point. I don't think anybody would have freaked out, but the fact that they included it makes me very happy. I will point out, it's possible this gets better if you transform it properly and it's not transformed properly in the package. I don't know, we'll see, but I tend to think because of this pin that is stuck there just the way it is. Okay, so waist twist is a waist twist, which is nice. The hips go out to the side, basically all the way, full on splits, so that's really good. Bringing the leg forward, pretty much parallel to the ground, no issues there. It does go back, his butt flap can move a little bit, so that's nice. You get a thigh swivel, which is really nicely engineered, that's good. You get a knee joint, which is a little bit better than 90, that's pretty cool. And then for the foot, you have the moving piston kind of. It's very limited though. You're not going to get a whole lot done other than the toe joint, which might be useful, but it's going to look pretty weird. And then you do get a little bit of an ankle rocker. I think that's perfectly satisfactory for a Transformer of this price point. It's pretty much everything you need. I can't really think of too much they need to change to make this a lot better. So that's pretty good. So for articulation, I'm going to give this guy, for a Transformer, an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. You've got basically everything you need to pose this guy however you're going to want. I think it's splendid. Now I'm going to give you a final verdict just based on robot mode, and I'll show you the transformation at the end. Robot mode, being that it's the most important mode, I think they nailed it. I think they built it with that in mind, and I think they did, like I said, a really, really good job. I'm going to give this guy a final verdict of 9 out of 10. For the price point, this is an excellent Optimus Primal figure. Now, let me go ahead and put him into beast mode, and we will take a look at that, just so that you have an idea, and it is a complete review. Okay, so here he is in his plain old standard beast mode, and it's pretty solid. I mean, you get all the same articulation you would expect. The shoulders still function, the elbows still function, the hands function, the head can look up. It rotates a little bit. You know, it's pretty good. They did a decent job on the face, assuming this is what he looks like. I think the crotch area definitely looks a little weird. It looks like a butt, but it's okay. I mean, it's definitely good enough. He has enough of the gorilla look to him that would be fine. And there is an option to do a little bit of slight transforming to put him into like a standing, like, because he does walk around on like a human on just his 2 feet sometimes. So I'll go ahead and cut and show you what that looks like. You don't need to watch me do the transformation. It's a waste of time. There are instructions for that. But yeah, it's not bad for regular beast mode right here. And then I'll show you the other part and you'll see that it is also fine. But unremarkable and doesn't really affect the review any because, like I said, robot mode is where it's at. But let me go ahead and put him in the other mode real quick. And then lastly, as you can see, he does have his standing mode. It's not the best looking, like his legs are totally not really even connected and there's more kibble. But it is a thing. I guess it's alright that they included it. Doesn't hurt anything. Is it necessary? Probably not. Does it look good? Not really, but does it really matter? Also probably not. I guess you might want to pose him in beast mode, but it seems like that's probably not what most people are going to want to do. And so I discount beast mode on most of my reviews unless they're remarkable, then it's a good thing. But if it's not a great thing, I don't really pay any attention to it because I don't think it matters all that much. But now that you can see it, you can decide for yourself if that affects your opinion on the whole thing. For me, it's all about robot mode, so I'm going to leave my review at that. You guys can let me know what you thought about it by giving the video either a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you didn't. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.